Hey there, it's Elizabeth Mack with the Tallahassee Democrat, and you're watching Limelight Live. And this week, I am at a new old establishment here in Tallahassee. It is Vintage Bistro and Bar, formerly known as Café Cabernet, but we're not going to talk about that because I'm going to we're going to squash that entirely, moving on to something new. So joining me is Joseph Kirkland. He's the general manager here, and you're going to tell us about some of the fun and exciting things going on. So when are you officially opening up?
We have our soft opening this week. We plan our big grand opening festivities the first week of March. Prior to that, I know January 24th we're hosting 2 charity events where we have Dining for Life, which is a national, February 24th. And it's a national event to benefit AIDS organizations. So of course the money will stay here locally for Big Ben Cares. And then we're also hosting the McClay auction preview party.
Okay.
So that's a benefit for the McClay School.
Okay, so tell me about some of the things that's changed. About, I guess your menu is going to be completely different.
Everything has changed here. Basically, it's a brand new restaurant. It's an old new restaurant, new old restaurant. That kind of cool, the new vintage. We have a brand new menu, new staff, new. Some renovations that have gone in here. We've chosen to redo the color scheme in a stone white, so it looks brighter, it looks lighter, it kind of has that, this was once a warehouse and now it's a restaurant look to it. It's cooler, it's hipper, it's more current. The menu itself, the food we're featuring, classic American fare, things people like to eat. There's some steaks and burgers and chops, but then we also have cool things like coq au vin. Only it's cocoa vintage, it's a play on words. We have a boeuf bourguignon meatloaf, kind of cool, exciting. Yeah, fall off the bone ribs as well. You're getting hungry. and kind of, there's a separate bar food menu that's called kind of small plates, things like spiced nuts, polenta fingers. We're doing house-made potato chips. A lot of what used to be purchased from suppliers is now being made in-house. Seasoning blends, dressings, things like that.
So then what brought on the change? Because I guess a lot of people, Café Cabernet has been around for a long time, and so to totally just change it all up, what brought on the change?
I remember eating here myself like 15 years ago. It was an old restaurant, and it had seen better days, and it was time to move forward. And so that's what the investors have chosen to do. They recruited me to come in and kind of change things up, and we've done that. We've restructured the staff. Like you said, the exciting new menu, southern sliders, flatbreads, fried green tomatoes, things like that. And just to keep it current, to keep it active. It's a great location, and Tallahassee certainly could use more independent restaurants, where it's like a chain mecca here.
Yeah. Okay. And so how long did it all take to do the whole revamping and changing up and renovations and all of that?
We've been closed pretty much for about 6 to 8 weeks. It's a lot of time. You can hear all the noise in the background. They're still pulling things together. There's this anticipation and excitement as we open our doors. Tonight we have the Hamilton call-in show, the coach from FSU basketball.
Yeah.
Every week they do their radio show from here. Generally it's on Thursday nights. This week, because it's a Thursday game, it's being filmed tonight on Tuesday.
Okay. And then I guess you mentioned that there's something else going on with young professionals.
Oh yeah.
How was it to my young professionals?
In the past.
What can I say?
In the past, Café Cabernet had done a lot of late night lounge nights, and we're not doing that. We're not a club, we're not a lounge, we're a restaurant, and we're a bar. We are, however, keeping our Wednesday night late night. That means that we will have a DJ, and it does kind of have a loungy feel. It will be open to 2 a.m. And we're keeping it because it was very successful with the young professionals. It's a hip crowd, it's a good looking crowd, and they're good tasting drinks. We still also have, 3 different rooms that can be used for private events and special events. We'll be hosting the Mayor's Brunch in the next coming weeks.
Okay.
As I mentioned, the McClay auction also is being held in one of our private rooms. So it's still a good place to hold an event as well.
So then Valentine's Day is coming up on Monday. And, you know, he wants to do something romantic and fancy. And
Are you
so,
ready, Elizabeth?
Actually, no, because I don't have a Valentine.
You don't have a
That
date?
doesn't mean that I don't expect any phone calls when I get to
She doesn't want phone calls, but you can email her directly via Limelight at Tallahassee Democrat.
Yes, I don't expect any messages or phone calls.
We'll have some live music. You know, it's traditional for restaurants to do kind of like a price fix menu for Valentine's. And we toyed with the idea of doing that. I don't think we're actually going to do that. I think we're going to stick with our regular menu just because it's so new and exciting for everyone.
Yeah.
The food is, I mean, I work here, so I'm sure I'm biased, but the food is really good. The kitchen team has done a great job workshopping the recipes with me and developing them. It's some yummy stuff.
And so what's going to happen to the wine cellar?
The wine cellar will reopen in the next coming months, and it'll probably be expanded to not only include the delicious selection of wines that they currently have, but also takeout food, gourmet foods, you know, like sweetgrass, dairy, that kind of thing.
Awesome. And you know, as usual, I will bring you some events going on because we are all excited about the new opening, you know, and it's every time something new in Tallahassee, we're all just itching to go try it, you know. But there are other things going on this week. Of course, 7 days of opening night starts on Friday. Mark Moore's dance group will be at Ruby Diamond at 8 p.m. And on Saturday, Randy Newman will be at Ruby Diamond at 8 p.m. also. Oh, actually, I was told that event is sold out, but hey, you might get lucky. I say, if you really want to go check it out, we'll try to get you a ticket. Maybe someone will be having a cancellation, I don't know, or someone didn't come pick up their tickets from Will Call. You might get lucky. So on Wednesday, though, Bob Millen Ragtime Piano Concert. Well, actually, it'll be Wednesday and Thursday at 7:30 at the Dixie Theater in Apalachicola. Thursday, Chamber Winds concert will be at the Opperman Music Hall at 8 p.m. So if you're into, you know, I used to be a flute player. I don't know if anybody knows that, but yeah, I would think that's kind of interesting to check out.
I used to play saxophone.
Really? See, we're friends.
And we both like to eat.
Yes, I do love to eat.
I feel Valentine's coming up.
I feel that. I don't know. I might just bring up my girlfriend for Valentine's Day. That's
we
always
can
fun.
accommodate
We
you.
can have an anti-Valentine's Day outing. That'd be kind of
Vintage
fun.
loves single people.
Also on Thursday is the FSU Middle East Center Turkish Symposium. Basically what that is they're going to be having some speakers come in and they're going to be giving presentations on Turkish history. So if you're interested in history, we have a lot of history buffs out there in Tallahassee. They'll be having that at the Center for Global Engagement at 7:30, and that's on FSU campus. Also, Jim Roach will be at the FSU Museum Arts, and he'll be having a lecture before, but he'll be having his opening show, and it's at 7 p.m. That's also on Thursday. On Friday, the 6th Annual Hometown Hoedown, hosted by the Network of Young Professionals. They used to have a lot of events. They'll probably having some events here. They'll be having an event there at the Tallahassee Museum from 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. Apparently it's going to be barbecue and good music and beer and a bonfire even. So hey, sounds like it could be a good time. Sounds like it could be a good time at the Tallahassee Museum. And Strings of Flavor, Javaca Arts Conservatory will be having their annual African American musical at the TCC's Turner Auditorium on Saturday at 4 p.m. It's good to come support the kids. I think it's a free event actually, so just come out and show your support in numbers because, you know, when I was younger, I always wanted like a big crowd at my concerts to make me feel like it was really important. That my flute playing didn't suck.
There we go. In the coming weeks, we'll want big crowds too. You'll see that we have a new sign on the building in the next coming weeks. We'll also have a new Facebook account and Twitter that you can follow along with.
Okay, great. Ooh, and speaking of Facebook, remember you can check out events on Limelight No. I get this right all the time. I'm getting it wrong this week. It's facebook.com/LimelightTDO with 2 T's. You can check out events going on throughout the week. We'll randomly post questions, events. You can go on and comment. And then also on Twitter. So be sure to check those out. I think that's all we've got for this week. Thanks for joining me. See you next time.
Thanks for coming.
Bye.
See you soon.